Hello, let's do connections for Saturday, April 5th. All right, the first thing I'm seeing is a menu, a banner, a header, and a sidebar. These are parts of a web page. I could see putting banner and sign together, but I don't see what else would go with those two. Well, I guess billboard, actually. But I only see three of those. If we went banner, billboard, and sign, what would be the fourth one? I don't see it, so I feel like it's the other one. A header, sidebar, menu, and banner. It's like parts of a web page. Okay, parts of a website. Almost nailed it exactly. I said web page instead of website, but close enough. I'm taking credit for getting that. Oh, you have Time, People, and Billboard magazines. What other magazine is there? Oh, I'm not great with magazines. I mean, these three are like so well known. But if there's anything like on the second tier, I might not know it. I don't think I've ever heard of a Retain magazine. Maybe Star. Thus, is there a Star magazine? That sounds right. But do I want to try it? Why not? Let's try it. Okay, it is magazines. The only reason I put that together because it didn't seem like any of these other ones would be magazines. I guess you could have a crossword magazine. Would they call it a magazine? It would be like a puzzle book, but it's like a magazine. Although I could see, crossword enthusiasts out there having their own magazine. So maybe that was a mistake guessing that, but I got away with it. So which one of these is supposed to be yellow? You sign a contract, but why would they put those in there separately like that? You contract something, as in the verb contract. You retain it. You engage it. What would the other one be? Semblance? Semblance, is that a verb? I don't think so. But I don't see these other four going with that either. Engage, contract, and retain. I feel like they wouldn't put sign and contract in there because they want you to think of contract, the actual like noun contract, instead of contract, the verb. But I'm not sure what the other word would be. I'm not sure. Semblance doesn't seem to quite fit to me. Maybe it is sign. I don't know. I'm overthinking this one. What would the other one be? You have rainbow, crossroad, or not crossroad, crossword. Rainbow. And what's Grimace doing in here? I don't see what else Grimace would go with. You don't have any other like faces that you make, like when you grimace. I don't see anything in here that goes with grimace. So I don't know what these other words are doing, unless it's just part of the word. Oh, I think I see what it is. Sort of. You have a bow, a mace, a lance. These are words that end in like weapons. What would be the fourth one? Oh, a sword. I was thinking word. You have to add the S in there. That's tricky. That is tricky. Because the compound word is crossword, but the word actually ends in sword. You just don't pronounce it that way. So that could really trip some people up if they even think of this. That's tricky. Okay, this is purple. This is words that end in medieval weapons. Okay. And then retain, contract, engage, and I guess sign did go in with contract. Employ. Oh, you like sign somebody to a contract. You contract them. Okay, I wasn't thinking of it in that way. I wasn't thinking of it in terms of employment. When I was thinking of contract, I was like, you contract like a disease. You obtain something, not employ somebody, which I guess is a form of gaining something. It's just it's a person. I don't like thinking of people in that way. So yeah, perfect game, but that one was a little tricky, especially that purple one with crossword ending in sword because it's just not even close to being pronounced that way. They give it a 3.8 out of 5. I could see that. It took me a while to parse it out, even though I got a perfect score. 4 out of 5 on the bot. That almost nails their difficulty rating, so it was pretty much in line with what they thought it was going to be. Parts of a website got first, yeah. Employ, I really had a hard time with yellow. I'm surprised so many people got that. I mean, I am and I'm not. I am because it took me a while, but once I saw it, I can see how people would get it quicker than what I did. See, ever. Yeah, people just not figuring out purple. Magazines I thought was kind of easy other than Star, but I think with just some educated guessing, you could get that one. I mean, the people who lost really lost. Advertising, yeah, I was thinking that too. Except for header, I wouldn't have put header in there with advertising. A banner, a billboard, a sign, all on their own. Yes, a header, no, because a header is part of something else. But if you really wanted to make that category happen, header would be the most likely guess. And then people just guessing at magazine titles, maybe. Oh, parts of a newspaper. I didn't think of that. Which is funny because I'm literally playing a game that's made by a newspaper. And they are known for their crosswords, and I didn't even think of that. Of course, I don't really do the crossword. I do the mini, though, even though I never record it. So yeah, I got the perfect score on the somewhat tricky puzzle today. I'm about to stop my recording. Hopefully it doesn't crash like yesterday, but if you're seeing this, that means it didn't. And how'd you guys do today?